American Ed Radio, leading the education discussion. And now, your host, Jack Ford.
Welcome back to American Ed Radio. I'm Jack Ford, and I'm joined by our friend Rob Franick, who we mentioned to you, the Senior Vice President, the publisher of Princeton Review. Princeton Review puts together so many great different looks at different aspects of the college experience, including how you get in once you get there, what do you want to do. And I think one of my favorite lists that you put together here is we're talking about the best foods at various colleges. Look, anybody went away to college. I remember I go away as a freshman. First time I get home, and the first question your friends are asking you, you think, how's the social life, dating, how's the football team doing? Now, is your food any good? Because people say, mine is terrible. How about yours? I got to tell you, I'm at Yale in the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah. We happen to have great food.
You did? Okay.
First time my wife came up and dated is my senior year, and we walk into the dining hall, and the food is really good. And she looks at me and she says, do you guys eat like this all the time? And I said, yeah, pretty much we do. But what I learned is we were not necessarily the rule here. So let's do this. You have taken a look at all 377 of your sort of best colleges here. One of the things you looked at is food. Let's work from number 5 to number 1.
Yep.
You can jump in. Let's start with number 5. A little drum roll here.
Exactly.
What's number 5 and why?
Number 5, and you're right. We cast a net really far and wide for these 377 schools, all of which are superlative schools academically. But you're very right in thinking about quality of life may fluctuate from one school to another. Food is one thing. You're going to be living there. It's going to be your home. Number 5 on our best campus food list, voted by their students, is Wash U in St. Louis. So superlative school academically, but also serving some great food.
Great food. All right, good.
Number 4 on the list is James Madison in Virginia. Number 3, University of Massachusetts Amherst. And I was just up at UMass Amherst, and they are at a competition of campus chefs where they invited 5 additional chefs from these other schools, Bryn Mawr, Cornell, Virginia Tech, certainly the folks from UMass. For 4,000 students, they prepared their signature dishes, Jack. It was awesome. I got to sample all the food.
What's interesting, I mean, we're becoming, in many ways, this foodie culture, all right? Who would have ever thought that there would be entire networks devoted to cooking and best diners, and it actually gives me an idea for a new network taking a look at best food in colleges. So, I mean, here you have, I think, an offshoot of that you're having a competition.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to say who's doing the best food. People are interested. Do you think, before we get to our last two ones, what is it, do you think, that has caused colleges to go beyond saying, all right, we just have to feed our X number of students, to say, we want this to be a good experience, a good dining experience for our X number of students. Why the change?
A couple of reasons. One, I think from the curb appeal perspective. So we all know that schools can match academically. You're going to provide a superlative experience for a student. You're going to match your SAT, ACT scores, GPA from high school. You're going to find the right school. But we know that students are thinking of lots of other things that might be secondary or on a third string of considerations, but they're still top considerations. I think that's one of the reasons. Number 2, I think universities have embraced that they are big employers for their region, and they have a responsibility to their students and to the folks with whom they exchange. So they're going to focus on things like sustainability in their own food service, recycling programs, locally grown produce, having cooperative experiences with farmers in local areas. All of these things are fair game.
All part of the marketing. So let's get drumbeat now for number 2, and then to the number 1 winner of Best Campus Food.
Oh, yeah. Number 2 is Virginia Tech, and it is an awesome school academically in Blacksburg, Virginia. But the number 1 school, and this has been the number 1 school for 5 consecutive years, is Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine. And I'll just give you a couple of things on why they're so fabulous.
All right.
Cooperative farming relationships, both for poultry and meats, as well as for locally grown produce. They have a big lobster bake on campus, welcoming students back, 1,800 students and all their parents when they come back onto campus each fall. That's for the entire campus community, but focusing on locally grown and sustainable food for their entire campus.
And you're right, it is a great school up there.
Oh, yeah.
Great place to be. I'm going up just for the lobster bake here. We got about a minute or so here.
Sure.
Let me jump into one other category for us, and that is professors getting high marks, where the students themselves are saying, yeah, you know what, these professors, these men and women, they're really good. All right, give us our top 5 for that.
Absolutely. And the question was, instructors. How good are your instructors in the classroom? Number 5 is Claremont McKenna, part of the 5 Claremont schools out in Pomona, California. Number 4, Little Hillsdale College in Michigan. Number 3, Wellesley in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Number 2, Reed, small school but powerhouse school academically, and students are voting at number 1. The number 1 school this year is Sarah Lawrence, and right here in our backyard where we're broadcasting in New Rochelle. Now, Sarah Lawrence, small school, 72% faculty, 72% female undergraduate population, but they have a Donning system that is the Cambridge-Oxford system of a student paired with one faculty member.
Great. Well, you know what? As I said, we're gonna talk with you in a little while. You're gonna come back. We got some other things, some other fun things about happiest students and all sorts of things. So Rob Franek is gonna join us. He's gonna stay with us. We're delighted to have him hanging around. Meantime, we're gonna step away for a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk with Jen Bellwether about what's going on in the Baltimore schools.
You're watching American Ed Radio, the leader in delivering entertaining, trusted, and empowering education information.